Walt Disney World Resort is home to some of the greatest theme park rides in the world. Each week we'll focus on the history, changes, queue, and more for a specific ride. And then, to finish it off, you'll have a front row seat to experience that ride for yourself. It's the Disney Ride Along. Let's go for a ride. What's going on, everyone? We are back in the Magic Kingdom, and today we are in New Fantasyland again, and we are going to be riding none other than the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Now, there's some history to this ride. This ride actually replaced a fan favorite. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll go into the queue, and we're going to have a good time with it, and then we'll take a ride on Winnie the Pooh. If you guys are new here, welcome in. We're glad you're here. Please consider subscribing. Just hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way, every time we do a new video, you won't miss it. And also give us a thumbs up. It does help the video and shows you care. Well, let's head on in. We're going to ride none other than Winnie the Pooh. Let's go. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh debuted in June 1999. The ride is an indoor dark ride that takes guests into the pages of a Winnie the Pooh storybook to experience moments from the 1977 Disney film of the same name. The ride itself is an actual replacement ride. It replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which was an original opening day attraction. Other than that, the only other real change to this ride came in the queue, when in 2010, the queue received an interactive area where guests could play in Rabbit's Garden, and also they added a digital honey board for kids to play with while they were waiting in line for the ride. As for the queue itself, the queue is themed and detailed very well. Guests will enter next to Pooh's home, with the first part of the queue being through an interactive element area and mostly outdoors. That's the new area that was added where kids can kind of do some interactive play stuff. But the rest of the queue is mostly covered with a series of switchbacks decorated with Winnie the Pooh pages. It's a neat little queue. It's not a very long queue. You should get through it pretty quick. But it's detailed and themed pretty well. A couple of quick fun facts about this ride. Keep your eyes peeled in the Owl Room, and you'll see a picture of Mr. Toad handing the deed to Owl. It's kind of a nod to the previous ride of Mr. Toad's ride. And I'm glad they have that there. You look to your left as you're going into the Owl Room, which is the first room, and you'll see it. Another fun fact is this ride also has a nod to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which we've actually talked about in other ride-alongs as well. If you look in the treehouse play area that is out front of the attraction, you will notice carvings inside the treehouse. Well, one of the carvings inside is the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. How cool is that? As for wheelchair accessibility, guests must transfer to a standard wheelchair, and there is a wheelchair-capable honeypot for folks to ride in. And now, let's take a ride on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Enjoy!
been traded places with Rescue. If you ask me, he'll never reach that dream.
Why me? Oh dear. Hang on tightly, Roo. Look, Mama, look. I'm tight.
Come dance with me. Great, doesn't it? Follow me. Right this way. I almost bounced right out of the ride. Watch out for Heather and Waterfalls. Take a high. Gathered together to sing.
Hooray for Pooh, too.
My friends, is our ride on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Always a fun ride. Love this ride. The wait times are usually not too bad. I wouldn't say you need a fast pass, at least not your first three, maybe your second three, but your original three, you certainly don't need them. It's a ride for the entire family. I highly recommend it. Everybody rides it. Fast pass, maybe, but not necessarily. Other than that, guys, that's our episode this week. Hope you guys enjoyed riding the ride. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Keep riding this rides and attractions. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.